Now, today we will be discussing about the how to connect Salesforce with VS Code. First, you have to download and install VS Code in your machine. So, let me type install VS Code. Okay. So this is the first link you will be getting in order to download your VS Code. So you will be getting for the Windows, and you will be getting for Ubuntu, as well as you will be getting for the Mac. These are the free and built open resource for debugging and extension. So whatever you want to install, you can install. Next we need basically a Salesforce CLI, which is basically an connection between VS Code and with our Salesforce. So this is a very much important CLI. So this is the first link. So here we'll be getting a developer documentation guidance about the Salesforce CLI, so you can go through this. But here only we want is to install Salesforce CLI. So we will be simply clicking on the link, and here is one which you need for, whether you need for the 64-bit or you need for the 68-bit. So according to your wish, you can install for all the Mac, Windows, and Ubuntu. So once all these setups are done, simply you will go and you will just open VS Code. So basically you will be clicking on command palette, so control shift P. You can directly open with control shift P. So whichever is feasible for you, which you can apply this one. So we will be simply creating a folder. So we will be selecting standard, and just we will be giving a name. So any convenient name you can provide here. So any name we will be providing here. So so standard, then create a folder name. So let me give any random name. Let's say maybe demo connect. Okay. So this is the, so it will be asking to where to save. So we can click and create project. So this is the prompt which will be given. So it's up to you whether you ignore or accept. It's totally up to you. Now this is the folder which will be created, and in the and the thing is that, very important thing is that, so these are the steps which you have to follow. So these are the 7 total steps. So installation of CLS is done. Now install Salesforce extension pack. This is very important, because in this pack only it will be having a lots of extension which is very much useful while integrating or while connecting, because it will be having lots of package. Like I have opened this is a Salesforce integration package extension, but we require the Salesforce extension pack. So you can see total 9 extension pack, like Apex integration debugger. Here we will be also finding LWC, Aura. Okay, so everything VS Code, Visual Force, then SQL, which is newly come for an extension in VS Code. So lots of features are here, and which you need to do is that we need to install for this one. So once the installation process is done, and once the creation process, any created project step is done, the next step is to authorize the org. That the next step is to authorize. So we'll click on authorized. If you want for production, so my org is for production, so I will be doing for me production. You can use for the test, and we have to keep the name of the org which you want to display. So once the, so it will be asking for our credential in order to fetch or retrieve information or to connect the Salesforce with VS Code. So here we'll be providing our credential, and this is because of the Salesforce CLI. So Salesforce CLI is basically, you can assume as an integration between Salesforce and VS Code. So here we will be asking for your identification about the org. So I have received in my phone. So let me put the code. So it is going to verify whether the code which I put is accurate or not. So it will take little bit time. So it's also, as you can see, it's running. So once it will be connected, let me go again. Yeah, we are connected with Salesforce with VS Code. Now the next first step is that you can see in the Force app. Here we have everything like Aura, classes, LWC. So everything will be coming here, but the thing is that you have to retrieve. Now it is completely blank, as you can see, so we have to retrieve from org browser. So this is the browser which will be storing everything. So this the in order to bring in our local machine, we need to authorize to the org. So how we can do is that we have to authorize, let's for the apex class. There is lots of class in my browser, so just I'll click this retrieve source from org. So once it is done, you can see that it will let me do two or more. Just do this one also, so that it will be coming to my folder. Let me do this one also. This is retrieve source from org. This is very important, then only it will come to your folder. Let me go to the apex class. Yeah, see, this is the file which I retrieved from the org. It came. Now what thing we can do is that we can modify and we can just simply deploy it to the org. That will also I will be showing. Let me retrieve more, like LWC component also. Let me search LWC component. So the main the thing is that LWC components are mainly deployed with the help of VS Code, so we cannot directly write code in the. So this one also let me retrieve. Okay, once retrieve, let me retrieve, because LWC component cannot be right in the developer console, so we have to use VS Code for our development. See, so here the component is retrieved. Here you can see the HTML file, JS file, and the meta XML file. So if you want to create, okay, so the step 6 is clear, that retrieve the component we have done, and simply we can deploy the code. Like let me right click, deploy source to org. So we can easily deploy the source to our org, whatever we have done deployment, or whatever develop we have done development, or whatever improvement we have made to our current codes. So these are the steps which you need to follow, and I have shown each and every step line by line. So these are the steps, like 6 number step you can see, and retrieve the component is a very important step. So let me show you how we can create LWC component or any apex. Let me show you how to write LWC, okay, component in VS Code. So we'll click on LWC create web component. We will give our name, let's say hello. The simple first hello demo, let me write. Just select the Force app. Under Force app it will be created. So as you can see that here the LWC component has created a HTML, CSS, and meta file is automatically created. So just we need to only and we can simply deploy to the source to the org. So this is a very simple way to create any LWC component, and this is all about. Thanks for watching my